Over the Kryptic Iron Fist circuit, we've had a lot of dark horses, a lot of up-and-comers, and a lot of upsets. We've also had consistently high-skilled players, expected victors, and near unbeatable competitors. However, nobody has made a splash quite like Atastic at Collision Course, with a massive win over tournament favourite Tibetano in winners finals and an extremely close-fought rematch Grands. Despite getting consistent high placements in previous iterations, Collision Course is a tournament where Atastic has shown up in a big way and has everybody talking. Over halfway to Crown of the Strong, let's catch up with Atastic and see how they mean to keep fighting. So, Atastic, you've had many strong results in the past here at the Kryptic Iron Fist events, but in the most recent event, Collision Course, you had a really outstanding performance. Was there anything you did differently this time to get this result, or was it just playing better on the day?
I think I approached it the same as always, but I just had really good players to build momentum early, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like insane players, and I just built it from there.
Yeah, okay. So part of the reason why so many people are praising you for this performance is the fact that you beat multiple of the tournament favourites in pretty swift fashion, to be fair. Obviously, you had Tibetano in winners finals, you had Noir, then you had Eddie earlier on in the bracket. How do you feel when defeating these players, and what does it show about your game sense and skill level, what you have to do to get to this level to defeat those sorts of players?
Well, first of all, it feels fantastic
Yeah.
to beat them. It's just mostly I try to, it is my focus in the tournament to beat these strong players. That's why you maybe can lose me to some like lower skill players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just completely full focus on these strong players and want to beat them. That's basically my whole point.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask you about your multiple sets versus Tibetano. You obviously defeated them 3-0 in the winners finals, then had an extremely close 2-3 loss in Grands, and then you went 0-3 in the reset. What were you feeling throughout, all of those sets? And was there something you feel like Tibet was doing to make the comeback? Like, how was your mental stack throughout all of those sets?
The winners final was pretty normal, if I say so. Played Kunimitsu first. I know the character pretty well, and it's obviously not his strongest character. And I play Asuka myself, so I'm also familiar with the second matchup, so I could kind of keep dominance throughout the match. In the grand final, I was struggling with stamina. I was so done after the winners final. I already wrote to my friends, I'm done. I can't continue. It was somehow close, the first set, and I was so struggling.
Yeah, so speaking of the grand final, we've had one very specific moment from it go pretty viral with multiple different opinions and insights on it. Obviously, Can into DF2. What are your thoughts on it, and what do you think happened during that situation?
First of all, well played. I was not ready for that. After the first Can, I waited. Second one came out, and I really thought about he's gonna try to do a third one, and I'm gonna float it with the 1-1. It was so out of pocket and unexpected. Well played to TV. Completely insane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was definitely speechless during my commentary as well on it. But who or what do you think is your biggest obstacle to winning one of these Kryptic Iron Fist circuit tournaments in the future and, qualifying to Crown of the Strong automatically?
Probably Tibet, if he plays again in another match or in another tournament. I don't really see an obstacle per se. Probably gonna happen at some point, if in the next event, maybe in the after that, but I don't see a big problem per se.
Absolutely. So, with that said, who do you want to beat the most within the Iron Fist circuit? Because to me, it seems like you're beating almost every opponent that comes your way. You're defeating everyone that's relatively strong that's in your pathway. So who do you think you most want to beat here?
Well, if he joins again, Tibetano, of course. But if a known player joins, if Kane and Twench somehow joins, that one is my hard counter.
Okay.
And I need to beat that one. Yeah. He's too strong.
I like that. So, what do you think about the circuit format? Is there anything you do differently? Like, do you do more research into certain opponents? Are there any situations where you worry about the points or anything like that? Or do you just take it one tournament at a time?
I take it one tournament at a time. It's just a double elim tournament for me. I try to place well. I try to win, of course, and that's just my whole focus.
That's great to
Maybe
hear.
look for those good players, but yeah.
Yeah. So, Atastic, you're repping Germany at the minute, which is one of the strongest scenes in Europe, in my opinion, with some, very, very talented top tier players, and you're part of a very talented crew in HIT as well. Has the strength of your region and your region's playstyle helped you in defeating some of those strong opponents like Tibetano in these brackets?
Germany is, of course, one of the best regions in Europe, but to be honest, I can't really talk about Germany because where I'm living and I'm from, I don't have access to the main Central German Tekken community. I just am mostly an online player.
Yes.
I don't meet the other players. I have some contact now through HIT, of course, but mostly I am an online player because of my living situation where I'm living.
Okay, I see. So, final question for me. What do you want to prove heading into the next stop on the Kryptic Iron Fist circuit?
That I can win the tournament, of course.
Yeah.
Mostly. That it wasn't a fluke, my results so far.
So, you want to prove that consistency, true, because you've gone, I think it's fifth, and then second in the past 3 tournaments, which is absolutely nuts consistency. So hopefully you can get a win on the board soon. So thank you very much, Tastic. Thank you for your time.